Welcome, everybody, and welcome to Side Hustles for Seniors. Today, we're talking about something I get asked all the time. How do I start a side hustle with little or no money? Well, the good news is you don't need a big bank account to get a side hustle going. Some of the best side hustles require almost no money. They require time, though. And in a lot of cases, you trade time for money, or you trade money for time. Well, you're at the stage now, you've got to learn this. You know, every time I start a new business, and by the way, my name is Greg Colosi, and I've started 33 plus businesses. I stopped counting after 33. My very first one was in June of 1980. And for those of you that are my age, 68 or around there, you probably remember MCI. Okay, MCI was the first low-cost alternative long-distance phone company. Well, there was a slew of companies that came out right about that time, and I was one of them, and I competed with MCI, Ma Bell, and the best of them. And that one, I started with no money. I'll tell you sometime later how I did that. But anyway, it doesn't take a lot of money, okay? It just takes, especially today, with the internet, there are so many things, so many plans. You can start a lot of apps or things on a free plan and get things going, and then you can start paying for it later on. And there's also YouTube, which you're on right now, a great way to learn a lot of things, okay? So starting small has its advantages, okay? You've got to be more creative. You've got to be more guerrilla-like in what you're attempting to do, okay? And you don't need a big commitment. I wouldn't make a big commitment. This is a way to dip into it without spending any money. If you're going to lay out a ton of money to get everything done, like business cards, a website, all that, stop that, okay? Unless you've got an online, people are going to buy from your website. Other than that, let's not worry about getting that done, okay? I mean, I started 3 or 4 companies in the last couple 2-3 years, and some of them I still don't have a website for, because you don't need a website for some things. Or maybe it's just a one-page website that GoDaddy will host for free if you buy the domain name from them, and it's kind of like a parking website. And there's really not much on there, but people see you do have a website. So don't get all caught up in this website thing or getting everything perfectly done before you get going. First of all, you're going to waste time, which is your most precious commodity. And secondly, you're going to waste money on all of these. Wasting money by paying people to do these things or paying for extra things to do, and wasting your time is going to cost you money because you're not making sales, okay? Your goal is to make sales as quick as you possibly can. And I have this philosophy in every business that I start. I think I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but let's go anyway. And that is the first 2, 3, 4, 5 customers, depending upon what you're doing, clients, you practically give it away, okay? You practically give it away. So I've had my program for dry cleaners was $1,500, and for the first 5, I gave it to them for $500, okay? Now it sells for $2,500, and up to, there's $5,000 price point, there's a $7,500 price point, okay? So you need customers, you need clients, you need people to give you testimonials, and you're going to learn by these first bunch of customers, okay? So by doing that, you're going to get customers fast, and you're going to get a little money in your pocket, and you're going to have the ammunition you need to go sell the rest of them, okay? Okay, section 2, top side hustles to start for free or cheap. Here are my top 3 side hustles you can start today, even if you're working with a shoestring budget, okay? Freelance writing or editing. If you know how to write, or if, better yet, you enjoy writing, because there are tools to help you write better, okay? You can make money, okay? You can go on to Fiverr. You can go on to Guru, and you can post a job that you can do writing for a certain thing, okay? That's easy. Plus, on the same site, you can do editing. Easy peasy, no money, just get started, okay? Next is online tutoring. And online tutoring could be as simple as FaceTime back and forth, or WhatsApp back and forth, okay? Or Zoom back and forth, training somebody. You can get the free Zoom and have up to 40 minutes per call. And I did that for years, just switched it over to the paid version. But you got 40 minutes, okay? So you could say your lessons are 35 minutes or 30 minutes, and then you got a 10-minute cushion built in there. So if you're good at math, if you're good at reading, okay, a language, you could teach this online. Okay, we're not going to get into today all the intricacies of how to do that. That will be in other videos. And if you're interested in that, put a comment down below that you're interested in X. And how do I advertise this, Greg? Okay, it'll give me an opportunity to do a video specifically on that. Okay, so if you go ahead, leave me a comment on any of that. Any question you have whatsoever, okay? I'm in the learning phase right now. This is my 12th video. And I'm learning as I'm going, okay? One of the things I talk about is on-demand learning. So if you need to learn something, go to YouTube University, okay, which is just YouTube, okay? Plug it in and you will learn, okay? So I'm in the learning phase right now. I've got a fairly good chunk, 97 subscribers in the last 2 weeks or so, and I'm pretty excited. Lots of comments. So I don't exactly know. I got an idea of how I'm going to monetize this, and I can tell you this is not from YouTube's views and how many people see it, how many hours. It's not based on that, okay? And if you want to know more about how I'm doing this, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll do a video on it, okay? So the next thing we've got is, there's online tutoring platforms like tutor.com, tutor.com, and Wyzant, W-Y as in yell, Z as in zipper, A as in ant, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom. Okay? And you can do that right from home. Online tutoring, we just talked about that. Let's see about selling digital products. Etsy, you can sell a lot of digital products, okay? Templates, planners, ebooks. Etsy, Gumroad is another one, okay? And you can start using free tools like Canva to help you design things. I've got the regular version of Canva now because I use it almost every single day. So that can help you design those things. And again, if you got a question on specifically, I will do a video on it, okay? I've been in this online making money thing since around 2007 to varying degrees, okay? So I know how to get around all these things and make things happen and advise you. I don't know everything. I still got to go to YouTube to find out some things if I don't know something, but I can guide you. So leave a comment below if you've got a question, okay? Okay, now here's the big question. How do you actually get started if you have no money at all? First, focus on your free resources. For example, use free apps, okay, and platforms to market yourself. Tap into your existing network of friends and family and neighbors are often your first customers, okay, and give them a deal. And give them a real deal to be your first customers, okay? I jump ahead of myself sometimes. So, post it on your Facebook page. Hey, I'm doing this. And for my first 5 customers, it's going to be severely reduced. DM me, okay? It can be that simple, okay? And your friends and family, Facebook friends, Instagram, if you've been posting a lot of things in regards to maybe what you're doing, they're probably wondering why you haven't said something yet, okay? Don't be shy about it. If you've had people ask you, geez, those are great, can you make one for me? You got a business, okay? Let's see. Trade services or barter to get what you need in the beginning, okay? I did that in my last business. I had a newsletter I had a dry cleaning pickup and delivery business. Didn't own a plant. We just owned the route, okay? And I made a deal with the plant, a wholesale deal. So I had a newsletter that went out every month, and I used to email it about once a week ago. And these were home services pros that I personally have used at my house, okay? And I said I would promote them, and for every job, I would get X towards what they do, okay? I got my car detailed for nothing many, many times. I got painting for nothing. I got landscaping for, I gave him so much business, he gave me cut my lawn for a year. And that same winter, actually, this went on for about 3 or 4 years because he was a good landscaper and he plowed driveways. Okay, I promoted that, and he plowed my driveway for 4 years. So there's opportunities here to trade off services. And that's really easy for somebody to do. And for you to get started, and if you need something, okay, and they have something, I mean, it's an easy peasy for both parties, okay? So starting a side hustle does not have to be expensive. Okay, I call it, I don't like to use money when I start anything, okay? All these businesses. And I'll have to look back, but I don't think I really used any money in any of them. I just got started, okay? You just got to use your ingenuity, okay? Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, okay? You're going to make mistakes. That's normal. That's life. No matter how many businesses I start, I still make mistakes. I don't make the same mistakes that I used to make, but I make different mistakes. And now the mistakes are tinier mistakes. So it's not much. So you can mistake or fail yourself to success. The faster you fail along with your business, the closer you are to being successful. Because you want to get all those trials out of the way. It's no more than a trial, okay? I used to be a copywriter way back when, for a couple of years. In between businesses, I started writing copy. And I used to charge $5,000 to write a sales letter. And it could be 3 pages, could be 5, could be 10 pages or so, okay? That didn't cost me any money whatsoever, okay? And I just got going, and I made the 5,000. I did it for somebody else, found out it, did it for somebody else. And then I started taking a percentage of it. So there are so many ways to go. Let me go back to my the long distance phone service that I started, okay? It was called ACC, Alternative Communications Corporation. And I worked for MCI. I quit MCI, and I started up this long distance phone service. And all they need to do at that time is you had to dial a special, 7-digit number, your local number, put in a 5-digit code, and then make the phone call. I mean, that's a pain in the neck today, but back then, if you could save 50% on a long distance phone call, that was the case. And if you're a youngster watching this with grandpa or grandma, okay, back in 1980, it was like 55 cents to call across the country from California to New York or from New York to California. Okay, and so we were coming in saying it's 25 cents a minute. So everybody wanted to do it. So in the second bedroom of my apartment, just got married, okay? June, oh wow, yeah, we just got married. I was married, like, I think it was the next day I started, okay? We got married, boom, I started this business, okay? In 1980, June 11th, 1980, okay? So I hired my brother Mark, a very good friend, Chris Collins, and another good friend, Ron Boylett, as my 3 salespeople. And I came up with, I'm going to charge $75 to get hooked up with this. So that was the commission I paid to my 3 salespeople. And I was the 4th salesperson. And here's how I was able to keep going till I raised $250,000 6 months later. I delayed paying my bill to MCI, and they never really came after me. Maybe corporations at the time did that quite a bit. So I delayed it, and that $30,000 that I owed them in 6 months is what I lived on personally and paid for the company expenses to do that. So it's the second bedroom of my apartment, okay? I put a couple of desks in there. I borrowed the neighbor's cordless phone. So we had 2 phones for 4 of us. There were no cell phones back in the day. So we kind of had office time. 2 at a time were in the office, and 2 were out there at appointments or either knocking on doors to do that. And that's how it started. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but I sold out, and about 5 or 6 years later, it sold to AT&T for $1.1, you're right, billion. Get that side hustle going. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anybody stop you. Only believe that you can get it done, and believe I know you can get it done. I have helped hundreds, probably thousands in my lifetime start businesses. You can do it. I know you can. Go make it happen. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.